America. Land of the free, home of the highest obesity rate in the entirety of the world. Clocking in at 1/3 for being obese and a whopping 2/3 for obesity and being overweight, America once again tops the scales in topping the scales. But why is America so fat? Well, it comes down to two factors: diet and exercise. The first I'm going to take a look at is diet. High levels of obesity seen in America have much to do with the diet. The characteristic American diet has high levels of carbs from things like bread, fat from things like butter, and large amounts of processed sugar. As you can see, increased consumption of these foods leads to increased rates of obesity. The other issue facing Americans is that of a calorie imbalance. They're taking in plenty of calories, more so than would otherwise be necessary, in many cases upwards of 3,000 a day. The issue, however, is that they're not getting enough calories out, and in that sense they end up with more calories in the body than they would otherwise need. But just how do you burn calories? Well, some are burned all the time through basic metabolic processes such as regulating your temperature and your blood pressure. However, at some level they have to be supplemented with physical exercise, and that's where Americans are falling into a problem. And that is where the issue lies. Because while 51% of Americans say they want to lose weight and exercise, only 26% of us actually are doing anything about it. So there you have it. A diet high in things like calories, fats, and sugars, along with low rates of exercise, leads to the high levels of obesity that we see today in America. Now let's talk about a country on the complete opposite end of the obesity spectrum, Japan. Japan has the lowest obesity rate of any developed nation, clocking in at just around 3%. But what are they doing that Americans aren't? As a country, Japan consistently has very high levels of overall health and a very long life expectancy. Simultaneously, they're also able to maintain a very low level of obesity. But what about their lifestyle leads to the extremely high levels of these and extremely low levels of those? Once again, I'm going to start with the diet. The average Japanese diet consists of a lot of carbs from things like rice, proteins and good fats from things like fish, and a lot of vitamins and minerals from plenty of fruits and vegetables. As is evident, eating large amounts of foods like these seems to lead to a better and longer life. Japan isn't exactly world renowned for vigorous exercise. However, their calories in is low enough that even with their minimal amount of calories out, they're still able to end up with a perfect balance. And there it is. A healthy diet combined with an extremely balanced calorie intake leads to the low levels of obesity that we see today in Japan. So, what can America do? Well, the number one thing is to balance those calories. And we do that by eating less and exercising more. If we do that enough, hopefully one day we can catch up to Japan. Thank you.